Hi guys, it's Chris at Cork and Crown, back in my cider shed with some more cider to try. And it was my son's 4th birthday today, so we took him to the Natural History Museum. And after that, we took him to the ice cream parlour in Fortnum and Masons. And because we're in Fortnum and Masons, I don't shop in Fortnum and Masons, but we were in Fortnum and Masons, so I thought, let's go look at the cheese counter for starters. Because I've sold a lot of cheese to them with various businesses. So I wanted to look at the cheese counter. So it looked very nice. But also I thought, I wonder if they sell cider in there. I searched around, they had loads of wine and stuff like that. But and sparkling tea, which was meant to be a sparkling wine substitute. Sparkling tea. But no perry or cider to be seen anywhere. But they had sparkling tea in like a champagne bottle. But then, as I was about to leave in a strop, I spotted something on the shelf. I spotted this. Devon Vintage Cider 2019. It says Fortnum and Mason on it. There you go. So this is made for them, packaged up for them. Hang on a sec. So I had a bottle over there that the cork had just, the crown cap had just popped off a bit, and there was gas escaping. It was making a strange hissing noise. If you're wondering what that noise was, it was gas escaping. So yeah, organic Devon Vintage Cider 2019, made by award-winning South Hams Brewery. Sounds like they're award-winning for beer rather than cider. With apples harvested from all traditional orchards in South Devon, pressing at least 15 different varietals of bittersweet and bitter sharp cider apples, produces a refreshing, fruity and aromatic blend with great depth of flavour. So that's cool. That's cool. You know, they're pressing proper cider apples, traditional cider apples from Devon. We like that. South Devon. So somewhere, I think it might be near Totnes or something like that. Kingsbridge, something like that. Yeah, that's all it says on here. Best before 11th of April 2022, so we'd better gone on with it, hadn't we? Yes, Chris, we had. I quite like that picture of a pig with a jug on its back and an apple in its mouth. I think they're suggesting we should eat apples with that pig. So I don't know why he's looking so happy. It's about to be someone's dinner. Let's open this thing up. Pop. So, looks filtered. Me is going to guess this is cultured yeast. That's me guess. My guess is it's force carbonated. There's no sediment in there. This is force carbonated for sure. Yeah. So they're a brewery making cider. Quite a different, two very different, practices. Making cider and making beer. This is basically winemaking. Beer is a totally different process. Totally different process in every regard. So how that qualifies them to make cider, I don't know. But let's see how they're getting along, shall we? Yes, please, Chris. All right. Nice, clean, big glass. But first off, colour's not bad. Colour's not bad, so it suggests to us that they're using proper cider apples, which it says they are. Don't know which sorts, but, there you go. Pretty nice pale amber. We like that. Bright. There wasn't too much hiss, so it doesn't seem like it's going to be over-carbonated, which is a good thing, sympathetically carbonated. Looks quite pleasant in the glass. It looks quite pleasant in the glass. Let's give it a sniff. Really subtle nose. Really subtle nose. I'm getting sort of a bit of, it's like, there's hints of ripe apple, like aged sweated apple, which is good. It's what you want, it's what you expect from cider apples. But I'm also getting, I want to say almost like subtle spearmint character, which I don't mind when I get it. I've got to have some brilliant ciders, but I feel like it's a subtle hint of spearmint to it. And yeah, I'm not sure if that's a bit of malic acid with some sort of like sweet, sort of sugary aromatics which are combining to make me think of spearmint, but there's a greenness to it as well, like fresh green, almost like the, freshly mowed grass, very delicately in the background as well, I want to say. Quite a delicate nose. Not a bad nose, but very delicate. Let's try it. See what Fortnum and Masons have to offer. If this is the only cider they sell, Jesus Christ, they're missing a trick. really low sparkle, which I appreciate. I do. I would say, and usually I criticise things for being over sparkling. I would say I'd rather a bit less fizzy than too fizzy. I think it's going to do with just a hint more fizz, just a tad, just the threat of more fizz, just to live a little bit. It almost feels still, and it hasn't been in the glass very long, so it's not like it's blown off all its CO2. There are some tannin, hints of soft tannin, stringency on the front, getting hints of hard tannin, some leatheriness on the back, which I appreciate. I really do. I really do appreciate. And then, what else we got? I mean, it has the flavour of cider apples. It really does. It actually does. I don't actually mind this. What's the ABV? What is the ABV? 6.5. So he thinks this has just been fermented to dry. The 6.5 is about what you'd get if you let cider apples ferment to dry. Generally, most vintages, most apples. It feels like a blend of bitter sharps and bitter sweets. Acidity's there, not too high, but it's definitely there. This is a solid attempt, actually. Yeah, it really is. This is actually a solid cider. It really is. It's not bone dry. It's not bone dry, but it's pretty close to dry, I have to say, which I appreciate. Medium dry, let's say. I wonder if I've got that sweetness in there. I wonder if they've arrested the fermentation by, I don't know, pasteurising or something. Or they've back sweetened with like sucralose or what. But I have to, actually, you know what? That is one of the, I mean, Fortnum & Mason's is by no stretch of the imagination a supermarket. And the fact they only had one cider on their shelf in the entire place made me think they couldn't give a toss about cider, you know, it would appear. But actually, I have to say, this stuff, which is made by a brewery in Devon, is actually pretty good. It's pretty good. It tastes like a cider that's made from proper cider apples, bitter sharps, bitter sweets. I imagine it's a cultured yeast, but it's not too fruit forward. You get the expression of the cider apple, you know, the tannin and so forth. Yeah. Yeah, not bad. It's got the merest hint of something which makes me think synthetic. So I wonder if they have sweetened it with sucralose or something. Just a little bit. There's something in there. Just makes me feel just the merest hint of something in there. But having said that, you know, that ain't bad. It's not bad. I'd drink it again. I really would. And actually, it's not that cold. I think chilled down a bit. That's slightly, what's bordering on cloying would actually would be minimised a little bit. So there you go. How about that? Fortnum & Mason. I'm sure you all shop in Fortnum & Mason, so this is a very useful review. The next time you're in there, pick yourself a 6-pack of this organic Devon Vintage Cider 2019. Didn't see the organic bit. So yeah, there you go. Well done, Fortnum & Mason. That is a solid cider. Okay, guys, as always, thank you for joining me in my shed. I hope you join me again. But until then, cheers.